Okay, right, hopefully we're live. I'll give it a few seconds. Welcome if you are on the stream replay. You know the usual. Let's see how we are getting on. Seems like it's gone live. Okay, cool. Welcome to the stream. Today, we are playing Sonic and the Fallen Star, because there was that news of Moon Facility recently, wasn't there? And that sucked. So, well, I've hopped on here because I want to play the original game again, because it's been like 2 years since it first dropped. Played it pretty much day one, and have not actually touched it since. It's a really fun little fan game, made by a team of talented people, of course, so I always love to see such things, especially finished ones as well. And, well, Moon Facility is not going to quite get that treatment, sadly, but we do have this one here. So, the reason you're seeing the blank screen right now, this is one of the things that took a while to set up, was I realized that I had to mess with a couple more game settings, which is why this is 7:30 as opposed to 7. But also, I have to reset the game every time to be able to watch the opening cutscenes, so I can't actually just leave the game open at the start of the streams. And I thought I'll do something a bit better than leaving on a black screen, since it's a PC game. So there you go. The classic Sonic Adventure background's back that I use on like every layout when I don't have any I don't have any BRB screen to speak of. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the game. Hello to SD and Alari, and indeed anyone who joins us during the stream, but I'm going to go all the way through the game, including Chaos Emeralds, and we'll see where that takes us. So, I've been in the game, and hopefully it picks up relatively quickly on the game capture. This game capture always takes way longer than window capture. Come on, you can do it. There we go! Just in time for that screen to fade away. Yeah, this keyboard mapping screen's new. Indeed, there's quite a few new features since I last played this. So, this menu here, for example, look, there we go, I got controls. Isn't this exciting? That really requires like a 5-second skip button. Shout out to the pain of the version 1 special stages. See, it's been 2 years and a lot of shit since then, so I honestly don't quite remember what was wrong with the special stages in version 1 again. Did they like nerf them in a later version? Because if so, I'll be eating fine tonight, because I didn't actually find them that bad in the first version. So yeah, did they nerf them then? If so, oh, oh baby. The opening cutscene, also great music. Something that's going to become very apparent very quickly tonight. If you've not heard this OST for some reason, which, if you're on this stream, why haven't you? Get it sorted out, but I've probably not listened to it since I did this episode on Pick and Mix in particular, so it's been a while. Right. Some parts of the game are way louder than others, and I can't do much about that, so I'm just going to turn my own volume down. Let me know how the audio balance is on the stream. Anyways, yeah, this is a completely fresh file as well. I didn't bring in my file. That was on the Steam Deck. That's what I played it on day one, because it's away from my PC. So, as a result, this is a fresh file altogether, as in I don't even have the level select or time attack and stuff. I've already gone through all the options. So, we got a new file. Now, one thing that is completely new, actually, I do want to go to the options, is the sound test. If I go in here, you can see that I got all these options here. So, I can choose between Holly and High. For some reason, I don't quite know the reasoning behind it. The soundtrack that released with the version 1.0 of the game was actually the second OST made for this game, to my knowledge. This High one here was the original one, and that wasn't in the original version of the game. So that got patched back in. Weirdly, on the YouTube uploads of this by the actual composer, they're like, oh yeah, it's on the soundtrack downloads. It's not. So I've never actually found this or gone out my way to listen to it. I'm not going to be doing that today. The soundtrack it shipped with, you know, for as good as the High version is, it's really weird to say. For as good as it is a really good OST. I do think definitely the one they shipped with is the definitive one, but it's one of these days I'm going to have to do a run through like Tales with the quote-unquote original soundtrack. So for now we're just going to keep it as it was. But yeah, I thought I'd shout that out, because I have absolutely no idea what that soundtrack's all about. I've not messed with it personally, so yeah, not too familiar. I'm just going to move my game screen a little bit, because Steam notifications keep getting in the way. The nice thing about this, unlike some of the other fan games on the same engine, is it actually has a 4x resolution, so full screen doesn't work properly, the refresh rate goes all wrong, and the resolution gets all like smeary and everything. There's no pixel perfect mode. It's just like a lot of other click team games in that regard. But there is a 4x window option, so that basically effectively fills all of a 1080p screen. So that's close enough, but then all my notifications get in the way. Anyways, the most boring chat you ever heard there. Let's get into the game. Of course, we do have Tails here. I'm going to save that for another day. For now, Sonic. I may do that on stream, I may not. I've not quite decided. But at the very least, we're just here to play through the game and have some fun. And, as with any Sonic game, you get the full story with the Hedgehog. So, let's go there. Pull myself away from Stardew for this. Oh, are you one of them ones now? I mean, Stardew's a pretty good background noise game, as I always put it, for these sorts of streams. So, feel free to hop into Stardew if needed in the background as well. Never played it myself. It is technically in my Steam library now, thanks to family sharing. So one day maybe I check it out, but never quite been my vibe. But it could be, actually. Probably not with that much effort, to be completely honest with you. Right, Sapphire Sight Zone. Oh, is that the... So you got it on, what's it called? On Switch then, I'm guessing. Nice. I would have assumed Steam Deck all the way, especially with Stardew, but yeah, fair enough. That physical, sometimes you just can't resist, So, one of the complaints I know this game gets a lot is it's very automated, and I will absolutely agree with that. But I actually kind of like the automation in this game. It feels a lot like the spectacle sequences you get in modern Sonic platformers. So to some people that's, not what they want out of a classic Sonic game, but just like not even putting your controller down and enjoying the set pieces, but definitely like some nice sequences that you go through that otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to do on your own, that the game sends you through. The spectacle of it is really cool, so I'm definitely a little more in favour of them. I know this isn't for everyone's tastes, but like, what was it? Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit came out at the exact same time, if you want something a bit more like that. A bit more, playing more like the original classic games. But for what this is, I think a lot of people forget, this was Stardrop's very first, not even just fully completed fan game, I think fan game in general. A lot of it was a test bed for, well, supposedly it was a test bed for what she could do with future games. Obviously, we now know Fallen Star. Or Fallen Star is the only one. Moon Facility isn't going any further, but that doesn't mean no fan games in general or even other games will go ahead in the future. But for like a first go for a test, even it is a little automated. It's a much stronger showing than I've seen out of other completed fan games that get a lot more love and attention than this one. So I'm definitely still all here for it for sure. Yeah, it's not perfect. It definitely has its flaws, and like many other people, I was waiting for Moon Facility to come along and fix this. I don't think I'm getting this. Am I getting this? Barely. Okay. Yeah, these special stages I've not played for a while, and you know how classic Sonic special stages in particular go. You need to like keep actively refreshed on them. I've played them a couple of times to remember the layout and everything like that, so you can actually do them consistently. So I'm sure we will have to go back. We'll have to finish the game, roll the credits, and then do another couple loops through this level to get the rest of them. So get prepared for that, but I'm just going to have a chill little time with this, because I mentioned it in the post that went live on Radio Sega and KNGI, but it is the pre-birthday weekend. I wanted to do something a bit more chill. I didn't really have any ideas as for what I wanted to do on the show this week, and it was one of those things where it would have been just for the sake of it, and also I've explained before about how the quote-unquote low-effort ones, where we just play whatever music, are actually more effort a lot of the time than any ones with real structure. That kind of would have been the case tonight as well, and honestly, I just felt like playing this game. I wanted to do this last Saturday, this stream, actually, but I ended up going out. Shout-outs to Gabby and Gum. We got to go and see them throughout the day. But because of that, it meant that I was planning this for that Saturday and didn't end up getting to do it, so I wanted to push it back sometime this week. I've been doing other things this week, not anything of interest or that taxing, but I've just been doing other bits that I wanted to do, So I thought, a Friday night stream of this going into a long weekend could be lovely. Could be just what the doctor ordered, because going to see some friends tomorrow, seeing some family on Sunday, and heading out on Monday. So hey, make a nice little weekend of it and all that. Is there a mini boss and then a boss in every act? I've honestly forgotten. See, when I was thinking about this game, I was trying to think about aspects of it, and I kept thinking about After the Sequel, which says a lot to me about this game, because its biggest inspiration, far and away, is Sonic After the Sequel. It wears it on its sleeve very proudly, and I think to me, as someone who absolutely loves those games. You know, lived and breathed them at the time, and still really enjoy them now. That inspiration also made me fall in love with it a lot more as well. So this game's just drop dead gorgeous, by the way. The art style was like the art style and soundtrack were a big reason for being so into it, as I am. They are just to die for. You know, Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit probably is the better playing game on paper, but this was the more memorable one of the two for me. And Laurie said it just a second ago, we were dining that year. We've not really had anything to speak of this year in terms of Sonic fan games. Of course, we've got Sage, and I'm hearing there's some interesting stuff there, but this year was just great. 2 back-to-back. Of course, we had Frontiers as well. Best modern game in years, effectively. You know, even if it wasn't everyone's cup of tea, we can generally agree that it was a step forward, you know. So it felt like a really positive year for Sonic. And then last year, it was kind of just a year, I think. I don't remember really much that happened in Sonic last year. Sonic Dream Team was fun. It's another game I should play on stream at some point. It was part of the part of the other Sonic games I want to play on stream. But, you know, I still got to do Detective Pikachu. There we go. We've mentioned that this stream. I swear I keep planning on it. Just didn't want to do it tonight because I already had this plan for Fallen Star tonight after the Moon Facility news dropped last week. Some cool looking stuff in that SHC showcase. See, I didn't see any of them. I didn't even check out the Sonic Origins Ultra Fix. I've not even played around with that at all. That's something I should do at some point because I'm looking to... I've not played the classics for like a year or so. I tend to replay them at least like once a year, if not a couple times. I should pay attention to what I'm doing. So that would be like the best way to do so. I'm rather for goodness sake, I'm rather outspoken on kind of enjoying Origins as a way to play them, just because of the ease and comfort, and the lack of tweaks it requires. But I'm a bit more open to playing the others than I am in recent years. But I want to check out the Ultra Fix and see how it makes it to play. Does it change it too much from the vanilla experience for me, or does it bring it more in line with you know, the other Sonic 2 experiences, etc.? I'll have to see. And I didn't see any of the others, or at least I haven't committed any of the others to memory, so I'll have to go and check out those trailers in a bit. So I don't recall if I paid too much attention to last year's Sage. I definitely paid attention to the hacking contest a bit more. There's a ring down there. Can I get to it very easily? I'm going to try anyway. Okay, that's fine. Oh. Continue along here. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know where any of these are. It's not like Sonic 3 and Knuckles where I played it 10 times and therefore know where every special ring is. And likewise, I wouldn't want to just have a map on the other side of my screen on my second monitor because it just kind of spoil the fun of it a little bit. So we're gonna explore some stages here and there. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be like too pressed about getting them all in the first run through. I'm more than happy to just go and grind them Mania style after finishing the game. Which is how I did it the first time, because as Larry mentioned, they were hard the first time. I don't remember them being too hard, but clearly that memory eroded itself, because I'm pretty sure I remember that being a common complaint, actually. With them patched, hopefully I'm having a bit of a smoother ride, and I can finish this within like 3 hours or whatever. Something about Hydra City. There we go. Hang on, I'll read that in a second. I'm a little concerned about how I'm doing here time-wise. How many more loops do I need? I need like... I think, is it 5 laps for each emerald, or does that increase as we go on? Because it definitely seems like it's going to be 5 laps again. And I've also got a better job at doing short hops here and not hitting all of these guys. Okay, so far so good. Oh my goodness, okay. I really need to focus on more rings. I still find new ones after Hydro City. Oh no, my point is, I can get them all by the end of Hydro City, so I don't really need to think about where they are, but I have them all memorized before that point, so I can get them by the end of Hydro 2. So, you know, that's more my point. I don't know where they all are here, or at least, you know, enough to get all the emeralds, and even if I did, I'd probably fail a couple of special stages, so I'd need to know, like, 14 maybe, to have a handful of retries on each one. I don't have that knowledge, so... This is like, it's not even semi-blind. I've played the game before, it's just 2 years has completely eroded my memory on it. Okay, continuing on. Yeah, I had fully intended to do a playthrough of this game on stream ahead of the release of Sonic and the Moon Facility, but of course knowing that game is going to come out, but, you know, not in a particularly finished form. It's just going to be in a what's done kind of form. I wanted to do it in memoriam, quote unquote, because yeah, that game doesn't deserve that. I get it, people move their own ways, and you know, creative differences, and the ideas don't quite flow, etc. But yeah, man, it's genuinely gut wrenching. That was like my most anticipated game of the year. Not kidding. You know, more than like a bunch of commercial releases that we've got coming up in the next couple months. So I'm a little sad, can't lie. Especially because we at least get the soundtrack somewhat, but I imagine that'll also be a relatively unfinished soundtrack that we get. Aw, I thought I could drop dash and that would negate that, but sad. So I really just have to get him when he's doing that one attack. You can't do it when he's got his fingers out, because yeah, that's a bad time. Okay. Oh, there we go. See, I just have to be patient. Patience pays off or something. I wonder if I can get him while he's doing that fist slam as well, since it is still a fist there. Just would have to dodge the shockwaves. I mean, I'm probably not going to find out, TBH. Whoops! I didn't move quick enough. It's fine. It's the first boss. Don't really need to have any... Okay, you can. Well, there we go. We've mastered it. There we go. Don't even need to have some teeth and problems. Yeah, even just one complete fan game. Exactly. Like, so many devs don't even get that far, and especially with this game, it felt like it came out of nowhere. I know they definitely did do updates. You can see, looking back, that they did regular updates, but I don't remember hearing a thing until the day it was out. And then suddenly everyone on my Twitch feed... Oh, sorry, everyone on my Twitter and everyone on Twitch was playing it, and it's like, oh, okay. Well, I better check this thing out. And I was surprised by how polished and gorgeous looking it was. More of a Chao game showcase than a Sage game. See, I don't even know what Chao Games showcase is. This is how out of touch I am, clearly. Yeah, it did get the Sage release, because that's the one I'm playing here. It did come to Sage eventually, it just didn't get one, you know, as it was going through the demos and what have you. Well, so yeah, another big part of this is, you know, I've already said this is very Sonic before and after the sequel inspired, and with that comes a big love of Kirby as well. As you can tell by all the sound effects and the noises and even the theming of the game a little bit. I also saw people call this... One of the big complaints I saw about this was that these cutscenes were way too drawn out and boring and self-indulgent. Like, come on! They're great! I love a nice little flash cutscene in my Sonic fan games, rather than an in-engine, oh look, I'm walking between levels or whatever. Like, this is fun, come on. Something's like a stick in the mud, you know? Like all the squashing and the stretching of sprites, brilliant. Okay. Oh, I thought that would be a fade out. I'm so used to after the sequel cutscenes that like they just end. So I saw a fade and I was like, okay, next level. No, we get a bit more coherence than that. Thanks, Kirby Noise. I'll be saying that a lot, so I should just cut that off right now. Okay. I honestly struggle to remember a lot of the zones as well, outside of their soundtracks, so... I remember the third zone's Discount District, but that's about it, so... This may as well really be semi-blind, I wasn't kidding. So... Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this level, because I can't remember it, so... Let's just continue on and see what happens. I'm also drop dashing all over the place. That's a really bad habit of mine, even when I don't need to. I should probably stop doing that, but at the same time, small little bit of speed goes brr. Oh, I wasn't even aiming for that, but that'll do. If I can get 3 under my belt within the first act of the second zone, then I'll be cooking. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a rough one to get. I can keep trying for that, but... I shouldn't go in too hard because I don't really want to lose all my rings. You know, the less risk you want to take on these, the further in you get, etc. You know how it is. You can guess. I don't need to tell you these basic rules of platformers, but yet here I am. You've all played a Sonic game before. It's fine. I didn't take any rings. I don't think it just slowed me down a little bit, so that's fine. Right. Okay. feeling pretty good about this so far, I say, as I lose my max speed again. It's fine. Still got plenty of time, actually, on the clock in comparison to the last two stages. I've really stocked up on these rings. Okay, cool, there we go. Actually keep this time, please. That would be really nice if you could do that. But I would like a bit more. Do I need... If I can keep the max speed, I say as I lose it, then I guess I don't need as many rings. But, we'll see about that. And I forgot how pixely these special stages get on the horizon. I can just about tell sometimes when some rings are coming, but that's really about it. Okay, that's honestly plenty of time, even without max speed, I think. Considering I got, what, the one more lap, right? What a special stage song, by the way. I know I don't even need to say it, because you're potentially even thinking it right now, but oh, so good. I forgot all about this one. Like, I remember some of the big hitters in this game, but this one, for some reason, just wasn't in my head. That should be us good. No, it's not. I've still got a little bit more running to go. I've got the layout of this a little bit more down than I did right at the beginning, though. Unlike some of the others, I mean, actually specifically. I was really struggling with the first two still, but I've got the hang of it a bit more. You know, those short little jumps and all that. Okay, so it really just is as long as it takes you to get to the top of the bar, then it's finished the current lap you're on. So it can take as long, I guess not as long, as probably 4 or 5 is the minimum, even with if you hit max speed and don't lose it. I'd imagine. But there's got to be a certain upper limit to that, right? Okay. Well, let's keep finding more where they came from, because that will make this an even shorter playthrough if I can get... I was going to say if I can get Supersonic by the end. Can you actually even play a Supersonic in stages? I clearly have amnesia, because so little of this is going in. It's giving me Star Shore vibe for some reason. Can't possibly think why. Man, I need to play after the sequel again. I've been thinking about this for like the last couple months as well. I really want to play after the sequel. I don't think I've played it since 2017, like the release of DX, I want to say. I've always waited for like a definitive release to come along, because there's been like 3 of them, and none of them are ever any good, including the official one. So, I don't know. I keep waiting for this, and I think I should just stop waiting and just play the original 2013 version, because it's still really solid. Like, everyone adds in like kind of crappy bosses and has like performance issues and all this other stuff, so it's like, if you just go back to the OG, you know? Yeah, replay the stage trick. Yeah, that's exactly what I'll be doing, as you can guess. I mean, these special stages are easier, like you've mentioned, so I might not even have a problem, but it's more the whole keeping my eyes peeled while wanting to go fast thing. I'm still doing the drop dashing everywhere shtick that I keep getting up to and keep complaining at myself for. I gotta stop doing this, and yet, it's just so addictive. The drop dash was both a blessing and a curse in that sense. I feel like my classic Sonic gameplay is lazier in every game that it's in, because instead of charging up a spin dash, I'll just do a one tap and then drop dash everywhere. It's a serious problem, okay. Also, the music looping's still broken. I remember this being a problem on day one and assuming it was just a weird Steam Deck thing, but no. You can clearly tell when the music loop starts because it just pauses for like a third of a second or something. Oh, that screen effect when you lose rings, so cool. It's a really easy mini-boss in comparison to the first one. Now I can be lazy in Sonic Adventure 2. Why is that still on the rotation? I'm pretty confident I disabled that. Okay, let's delete that. What even is that? Team RS? No. Oh, you get to see me issuing commands in real time. Team Radio Sega. No. Is it Team exclamation mark Team Radio Sega? What on earth command is this? I don't have access to the web socket, so I really don't know. Oh, is it going to be exclamation mark schedule? Yes, it is. Right, ignore the bot spam. Sorry, I can't do anything about that without nuking the entire chat. See, it'd be nice if I could private message the bot these things, but it doesn't seem like I can. from what I recall. And yeah, I have a web panel, but I don't currently have the device that's running it with me, so no web panel for me. Oh, what a song. I'm going to say this for every song, but what a song. Oh, more special rings. At the rate I'm going, I am genuinely thinking we could be done with these quite quick, but that's always famous last words, so let's not let myself run into that too much and get too cocky about it. But what if? What if I didn't have to go back and grind the rest of the game? I can't remember if it was a patch or if it was day one, but I think Super is at least on an extra button, so if I don't want to use it in a stage, then I think I have the option to do that. Right, I'm keeping Mac. I'm doing good. Let's just continue this for like the next couple laps and make this quick. I don't like how thin they are. I like the pose that I get for doing them, but I don't feel like I'm going to hit them very consistently. So I should probably, now that I'm keeping Mac, do my best to avoid them. Okay, maybe 4 laps if I'm lucky I can do this in, judging by my progress so far. Okay. Yeah, draw distance is screwing me over a little bit. Oh, not even screwing me over, like I'm not doing that bad. I'm just not enjoying it too much. Okay, luckily I got straight back to max speed and didn't really have a issue with that. That could have been a bit dicier than I would have liked. Luckily you can seemingly just like kind of hug the wall on the left or right and not really have to deal with some of the rows of spikes. I like that. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I'm a fan of this. Okay, it's definitely not intentional. This is gonna be a little close for comfort. I really need to prioritize rings then, if I can find them. Not great. Okay, now that might be fine. We might just about have this, if I'm lucky. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit squeaky bum time, but we got it, I think. Oof. 4 down, 3 to go. Back to it. These have all been blind luck so far as well. I only remember the one of the first stages, and even that, I just kind of stumbled onto that path more than anything else. I don't honestly remember really which way I was going. It's a Sonic game, so normally you can't go wrong with hold right to win, but sometimes that actually can be your undoing in this game, as you've seen there, so I'm guessing I'm going left. Up here? It feels like this is a repeat of what I just did, unless I was meant to go left after I built that little vine bridge that you just saw there. Ah, I didn't mean to spin dash jump. I'm an amateur. Nothing there. Well, I got some rings. The game likes to throw you into the odd left and up. Yeah, that's like another thing that I like about it though, is that, yeah, that's not traditional of classic Sonic. That's more traditional of a game that's trying to just give you speed and, you know, go, like right now, I'm not really doing anything, but it's fun to watch. It's a spectacle to watch. That's why I enjoy watching it. Also, that was nice and completely unintentional. Yeah, I don't necessarily mind it because, you know, games like Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations take control away from you to do things like that all the time. And yeah, I guess you could say maybe Fallen Star does that a little bit more than those games do, but that's all I really ever saw it as. I just saw it as an extension of that layer of Sonic design, and no one complains about it in those contexts, I guess because it's a little less obvious in a 3D game, even when it happens as well. But, you know, it's definitely still like a big part of Sonic games. It's just never been a big part of classic games. You know, very much the whole thing is always in control all the time, but I still think that's like, it gets compared to, you know, Speed Boosters, Sonic 4 way too much, and it's like, that's not really what it's going for. It's just like, stop and enjoy the scenery sort of thing, you know? Like, I just really can't find the point of complaint with it, but I know to a lot of people that's like one of the most contentious things, and seemingly one of the things that would have gotten better with Moon Facility. And we know that all the stages will at least be the first pass, but they won't have got that cleanup that they would have got had the game fully released, so it's a little... I'm going to keep crying about it this entire stream, you better get ready for it. Once again, genuinely, most anticipated game of the year, and there's some bangers coming out later this year. Not as good as last year for me, but there's still some good ones coming out this year. Oh, that's how that works. Okay, I'm up here. Hey, Mr. Eggman, come on. Let me hit you. Aha, here we go. That's how you do it, okay. Not quite. My own fault there. No, move too early. I don't quite get how you kind of forcibly make him move. What, you just stand still for long enough? It's like a kind of dull solution to the boss. Should be this one. There we go. Yeah, it really is just stand still. I don't... Oh, I'd like the feeling of like running across it like the Quartz Quadrant boss or whatever. That would have been a bit more interesting. So it's not awful. It's not the end of the world. These bosses are very after the sequel. They absolutely are. Like, yeah, the auto-running bosses in... I mean, it reminds me a lot of the... Not quite, I guess, but the first boss and before the sequel. Once again, I love those games, so I clearly saw... You know, what a lot of other people didn't enjoy. It's like, well, you didn't live and breathe these games, you know. This is something they did through and through. So it's nice to see a love letter to another fan creation. That's just an entire game, you know. Yeah, big glowing weak points, exactly. Wow, I don't know how I went that fast there. And After the Sequel's such a good game. So at some point, would it not be such a long game? I'd go, right, immediately after this, let's do it. But it's like a 3 to 4 hour game. It's quite long, even for a classic game. It's like what? Like, is it more zones than Mania? Just Mania tends to have longer levels, but After the Sequel also tends to have 3 acts for the most part. Staying hydrated, and you should too, because oh my god, what a week it's been. It's nice now. It's only 26 in here, but its worst, it was like 36 degrees in my room right here, and that was with the door wide open, curtains closed, fans on, etc. It's been an awful awful week, but it's finally got a little bit better these last 2 days, so seems like it's going to stay like that now from now on, so can't moan too much. Right, let's be on the lookout in case there are any special rings I can get here at the start of the level. I forgot about the grinding gimmick. It doesn't add that much. So with me, our houses are built to retain heat. Now, this is very Tory of me. Can't quite say the same thing there because I'm not in a house. I'm in a... I'm in a garden room, which was built by members of the family, so if I want to blame anyone, unfortunately, it lies internally within the gene pool, so... I mean, is it Tory to have built it yourself, though? I don't think it's that bad, right? Garden room, you mean a shed? It's not a shed as such, but I guess you could call it a shed. It's not a shed, though. Like, it's purpose-built as a room. I'm a little lost here, to be honest with you. How do I get enough height to get past all this? Do I just keep doing it for long enough? Hashtag... There it is! Look, it was going to come out one of these days, okay? My, my misuse of public funds, in this case the RS funds, was one day going to go public. I'm glad it stayed stayed private for as long as it has, okay? But that explains why the shed you see in those old videos is no more. It was a tax write-off, okay? It wasn't, in reality, it was getting mouldy. Getting mouldy and too small. You can still see it in, like, Scott's video, though, isn't it? I think that's the only time I never really did face cam or anything back then. I do now, because, mainly Casey demands it, to be honest with you. Every now and then I think about doing it on stream, and that's why I've still got the little image box in the corner. Indeed, maybe one day, but, you know, definitely not the season for it right now. Yeah, if you want to see my head absolutely covered in sweat, then, well, feel free. There's no better place than this stream. No, it's as I said, it's cool right now. I'm doing pretty good, thankfully, so not got much of a reason to complain. Holy shit, Advanced 3 boss. This week, we didn't even know how long it had remained built. There's such a story in there, and I don't know whether I want you to tell it or not. You know, I don't know whose benefit it is that we hear it. But, go ahead. Do share with the chat. Yeah, no, the whole house is built to retain heat thing. I complained about that in another server the other day. Yeah, that was the day it was 35, but it was like 16 degrees outside and my room was still 36. As in my actual room this time. My bedroom was still 36. I didn't sleep until 4 AM and I slept on the sofa and got a crick neck from it. So it was the only way I could get to sleep that night. Yeah, if you don't believe that... I know the whole retaining heat thing is a meme, but like... The meme comes from a good place, you know. I didn't know you could jump over that. Why can you do that? They're tearing down a bunch of the prefabs here. Found out on Tuesday they have no plans for us. Well, that's a good thing for you guys, I guess. It's obviously a horrendous thing for everyone else, but, you know, sure the government don't care. Alright, I need to find some more of these rings. It's been a little while. I think they might be getting more scarce is the issue, though. Well, oh yeah, you'll have to live right next to a building site, won't you? I've lived next to a new estate being built for like the last 3 years, so I don't envy you there, living literally right next door to a building site. I went the wrong way. Also, nice animation there with the backwards sparks. Right, let's try this again. I went backwards because I thought there was a chance there could be a ring there, but instead I just backtracked. Do you know where there is one though? There we go. See, that last one was so close. I am a little concerned about this one. So I'll have to be really conservative with my rings, basically. Waiting for the Sonic Worlds moment. What in this instance is the Sonic Worlds moment? Please divulge, because it's been too long since I've since I've indulged in a bit of Sonic Worlds myself. Look, I'm out of it. I'm out of the game. Okay. Oh, running on the ceiling, of course. This game has loads of moments like that. When it came out, I was testing on the usual Chrono Adventure stuff on it, and I did find the running on ceiling stuff did work, as you say. Tough crowd. You can't restart this. Yeah, you just get thrown out. You don't get Origins easy mode here. You get thrown out on your ass. Tough luck. And yeah, they don't respawn. Even if you exit and quit the game, they don't respawn until after you've finished. It does save that to the save file. Awesome. It is nice this game doesn't have lives, though. I never really would have needed lives. I don't think it's a particularly hard game, minus we've already said the special stages. So I don't think they're really necessary regardless. Or more so, I mean, it's not necessarily to remove them regardless, but I appreciate that they did. Like, it's never a sort of game where it's like, oh my god, I wouldn't be stacking lives in it instantly. Like, you've seen how many automated sections there are. Like, you'd absolutely be given extra lives up the wazoo. So maybe it's actually a good thing, because then you don't have to hear the jingle all the time. Yeah, definitely a good decision, for sure. And also, you know, rail grinding in this game walked so Sonic Superstars could run, I imagine. They looked at this and went, shit, what should we nick from this game? I know, the rail grinding. Should have nicked the composer while they were at it. Good lord, would have made for a way better soundtrack. Don't get me wrong, there's some absolute corkers on that soundtrack. Even, like, the compositions themselves are fine, but I mean, I'm sad. When that released again, my eyes are being pierced by that, first of all. But second of all, I'm not meant to be down there. I just assumed there'd be a ring. I understand why lives were such a sticking point in Origins. I don't either. I get those games were designed around them, but like the people who were complaining are the sort of people who didn't need them anyway. Like, what use is it me saying I need extra lives? It makes the game too easy. Like, I can beat it without life grinding or anything like that in the original games without any difficulty. You know, I played them that many times, and I'm sure, well, you know, the two people chatting right now are in the same position. So it's like, who are we to be negative Nancy's? Oh God, you've got to keep the lives. It's the people who struggled with the games who should surely have the more definitive say, right? And I think it was a good change personally, but you know, some people just think games are too easy, full stop, nowadays. The special stage thing definitely is actually way more contentious to me. Well, you know, the being able to infinitely retry special stages thing is more contentious of a thing to me than the than having infinite lives in general. Just having infinite lives in the special stages feels like it breaks the flow of the game more than having infinite lives in the game itself. Like, it very much feels like I shouldn't be able to get Supersonic as early as I can. Is this meant to look like Streets of Rage Cop Car? Very possibly. Yeah, I always thought that was more of a sticking point, and that was the one that never really got as much attention when it came to the Origins issues. I mean, I have the same Siren. There you go then, I'm going to say that's a yes. Okay. Time for a long cutscene, which is fun to watch. Take that. Take that, critics. Can I tab out of these without it crying? I can tab out of this without it crying. Okay, that's good. I forgot about the blue shoes. Yeah, honestly, really odd change, but I kind of like it. You know, if we're doing the whole, this is very much a fan game, I'm doing my own thing with my own designs and my own squashing and stretching, and I kind of like the blue shoes to give Tails a bit more of a... Because, you know, the shade of orange is probably the exact opposite of the shade of blue, because orange is the opposite of blue, right? So, imagine the whole red kind of feels the same thing, red and blue with the shoes, so it makes them feel like a bit more polar opposites. I like that. Obviously, get why they don't do that normally, but I think it's a nice little detail. Oh no, darn. You got the plot MacGuffin. When even your cutscene themes slap, that's when you know you've made a good soundtrack, right? Oh no. You're looking at it. Tails is a very orangey orange, isn't he? Way more than he normally is. So yeah, maybe that is just genuinely the opposite colours, you know, like, I don't know what the term is, like the inverted colours, there you go. At the opposite end of the colour spectrum, or something like that. Oh. Okay. Foolish. Oh well, means more gameplay for me. Oh, Bubble Blossom Zone. This has the banger. This track is so good. Based on the Color Scheme pre-release artwork. Oh, okay. Sure. Oh, listen to this. What a tune. I think is Act 2 like the green one, or is that a different zone? Remember that having a banger as well. So I completely forgot this is a water level, so that probably says something about how unintrusive it is as a water level. That's not the main thing that came to mind, even though it's literally called like bubble. What, Bubble Blossom, right? Come on. What is going on here? Okay, there we go. See, all of the other bubbles look like they were on really quick cycles, but that one just took forever. Good lord, this is a long sequence. Is this already the end of the stage? Because this kind of, yeah. What? How are we already in the boss arena? That was a minute. These stages are normally like 3, I'm pretty sure. Oh, messed that up. I still don't really quite understand what the hurt box is. It feels like it's just in the top of the, what would you call it? I can't even think of the name. Not the spout, because it's the turny bit. Embarrassing. One thing I would kind of like, because I don't think there is a Sonic and Tails mode in this game, so you know, you can't get like Tails Assist and stuff like that. I'd really like that, considering the story is about them going around together. It would be kind of nice to be able to play as them both, like you can in every other classic game except for CD, effectively. I mean, I know you couldn't after the sequel well, and maybe that's also a big part of it, but I don't know. I'm just so used to Tails Assist and all these other features now to cheese bosses like that, but it feels a little weird to go back to it without it. Okay. Well, Act 2. Once again, I'd appreciate some big rings right now. No, it must be the next zone I'm thinking of, the one with like the really heavily green colour scheme. Oh, nice. Oh, this is beautiful as well. Look at this. I mean, very Press Garden, obviously, you know, Act 2 becomes a big cherry blossom area, but still, gorgeous stuff. Oh, if I can even get it, apparently not. I just want my bubble shield, damn it. I don't think we've had any of the special shields this playthrough so far, so there it is. There it goes. That was worth the time and effort, wasn't it? Oh, the trumpets. They're doing so much heavy lifting here. A bit of sax as well. Oh my god. Geeking out over the soundtrack. So good. It's also on streaming services, which is really nice. They got around it by, of course, you know, removing the copyrighted bits from the names of the songs, but yeah, it's available on like Spotify and Bandcamp and everything, just under the name Fallen Star. I'd recommend giving it a listen on there, and you know, Bandcamp Fridays and all that, highly worth a listen on its own. There's also like bonus mixes of the tracks that didn't make it onto the OST version and stuff. I didn't quite know how you got that ring, and I'm kind of regretting not investigating a bit more, because I think I probably clearly missed my opportunity for it. I just assumed I'd have to go a bit further right and then kind of cut back down left, because it didn't seem like I could enter from where I was. But, eh. Too late. Too late for such things now, right? You just need to be a bit more careful on the next run for a Special Stage 5. Mess them up. Don't mess up the poor. Was the poor well done to you? Oh, it's Eggman. Okay, makes sense. Also, so many of these you can just like damage boost through, which once again really hitting that before the sequel, after the sequel / general classic Sonic boss vibe. Just damage boost everything. It's fine. Oh, what a twist! Take note, superstars. Oh, I know, right? Actually being able to... This game actually does have a bit of a hit delay, but it doesn't have as bad of a hit delay as Superstars does, but there is a little bit of a one between hits. It's not like Mania or other games where you can just go bam, 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 done. Like, there is definitely a delay. Just Superstars is like 5 years, roughly. I don't think I've ever actually heard the Drowning theme before, so I hope I don't have to hear it for too much longer. Hint, hint, game. I'm drowning, aren't I? Thanks. Thank you so much. What is up with them? It gives you loads when you're not expecting them. Is it like Sonic 1 where there's no actual set timer? Yeah, but the difference is I like CD boss fights. Because they're all gimmicky. And I like gimmicky boss fights. These are gimmicky as well. They're just the good sort. Yeah, Superstars bosses are a fat L, personally. Oh. Ah! No, my rings! Okay, we're good. I'm just gonna have to juggle this one ring. Once again, classic Sonic moment. Oh, okay. That is actually bad, however. Please say there's some... Okay. I didn't mean to do that, but it worked in my favor. No! Okay, better. Yeah, CD boss fights are also incredibly short for the most part, minus Tidal Tempest, and even that is like half the length of a Superstars boss, so... Oh, come on. This is just plain bad luck. There we go. Right, I wanna... So there's 3 over there, so of course... Okay, fine. I was thinking none was gonna spawn where I was, just to really rub it in. Come on, let me hit that drop dash. I'm too lazy to just run right normally. That's cringe. I went too far. It's fine. Not the first time. Beautiful. I mean, what an ending shot, right? Alright, what's next? I know what. 3-minute cutscene. Ironically, I didn't hate the Egg Fortress bosses, even that one. I don't even remember what Egg Fortress Act 1 is, off the top of my head. I of course remember Egg Fortress Act 2, both versions, but I don't remember what Act 1 was. To be honest, I've forgotten most of those. Oh, I mean Act 2 in general. Really? Fair play. I think they're honestly pretty poorly designed, but I can get liking them at the same time. Somewhat. Oh, it's the snow level. Okay. This one's got some bangers as well. I'm gonna just stop saying it. It goes without saying clearly at this point. Also the lighting effect there, very cool. To have like a little diffused lighting sort of look in a 2D sprite-based game. Obviously I know it's, you know, a modern engine. It's not like an old game or anything like that, so you can do that, but my opinion on Superstars has launched dipped since launch, I will admit. Yeah, I definitely was way more positive at launch. That playthrough I did back in, like, what, May was it? For Raising Rings. That, I don't think I meant to be going backwards. That playthrough definitely changed my opinion on it a little bit more than every other playthrough I've done on it. Probably wouldn't put it above Mario Wonder now. I didn't to begin with. I mean, that's not even that unpopular of opinion in my case, so I can't go like, you call me crazy or whatever, because I think everyone felt like that about them for the most part, minus like you and 2 other people I know. Wow. But yeah, no, Mario Wonder is a fantastic game. I really want an excuse to play it again, but it's like, well, why would I... See, it's like, I could stream it. There's a million other ideas of what I want to stream, all of which are, you know, different to both just Mario and Sonic stuff, to be honest with you, so... It just always seems to... Yes, that is indeed the case, Larry. How did you know? Yeah, no, I always want to, like... I have, like, this list of stuff that I'm just way too lazy to get around to, and then every now and again it's like, yeah, but I also just want to go through these games again. You know, I could do them on my own time, but it feels more fun to go through them with other people, you know. Also, the peel out exists. I honestly just forget half the time that it's in this game, because it's a relatively pointless move. With the spin dash and the drop dash existing, but you know, the spin dash being good, unlike CD. It's a big reason for its existence in CD in the first place. Wow. We're so bad. Yeah, Larry, you are absolutely on the money. No one who's like, do you know what, I'm a huge Mario fan, was actually like, yeah, Superstars was better. Not a single one, believe it or not. I know it's quite shocking to believe. No, both were... Honestly, Superstars gets way too much slander, whereas I think Mario Wonder at times gets a little overhyped, so honestly it goes both ways, but despite that, Mario Wonder was still a top 5 game, and Superstars, like, barely clenched into 10th, from what I recall. It was even, like, out of, like, the, what, 4 Sonic games officially that came out, it was like 3rd. It was, like, 2nd to last or something. It was still quite high up the list, all things considered, but, yeah, it was, like, far from the best. I mean, you know... Hilarious. Hilarious, ironic visual novel. Weirdly pipping all of them to the post. Weird times we live in, right? We're out of there. I don't remember how many zones this game is, because I did look up a long play, you know, if you know, you know, before the stream, and it was only like 2 hours, even including the good ending. I swear I remember it being like 3 or 4 hours during my original run through, but I don't remember how many more levels there are than this. There's like not a huge amount of zones more than this, right? Like, don't get me... You saw it right. There it is. Add it to the tally. I think this is actually the stage I did discover that running on ceilings was still in the game. I think this was the one where I did it, because there's just so many areas you can do it in. Happened with the ice block too. Did it? I mean, I kind of expect that a little more with the ice block, to be honest with you. Right. Let's not fall into the pitfalls here. Sure. Oh, it was kind of pointless. How do you even shred a keyboard? And yet we just managed to. It's like one hell of an achievement. Oh. Once again, I know it's automation. I know I shouldn't be impressed, but I always am. Especially given that automation in some classic games just breaking so easily. The fact that all of this just works so well. You know, even if it's just not holding the controller stuff, the fact that it just doesn't break halfway through still impresses me somewhat. Okay. Oh, there we go. I was a little lost again with this game's somewhat strange level design decisions, but it's fine. We in there. Poor frozen Badniks. Wonder what they did to deserve such a fate. Like, I guess metal does get cold quite easily, but like, surely there's things you can do to offset it. I mean, motorbugs have exhausts, for God's sake. How is that not like just burning straight through the ice? This just takes me up this level, doesn't it? Yeah, that always happens with a lot of springs in this game. It's kind of all they're there for. It's just a small little burst as opposed to taking you half the stage across like that. CD, Oh lord. Oh no. It's Sonic Colors. They probably tried to set fire to a Greg's. What? You're telling me Splat's the bunny? Come on, no. Does Greg's exist within this universe? Are we onto a hot new lore proposition here? So does that mean what's the name of the pig badnik? Is that in the steak bakes? Is that the equivalent here, should I say? So we don't quite have like a cow badnik equivalent, or even you know, like a pork. I guess it would be porky more than the actual badnik, right? It'd be the things inside them. Bull hog bake. 1/5. It's like what Greg's are actually found putting in. They're putting in hedgehogs, you know, instead of this lovely meat. That's how it explains how like steak bakes just permanently remained at like £1. I'm sure they haven't. I'm sure they were like 50p like 20 years ago or whatever, but you know. Right. Time to get out of there. Let's go, if you will. Nice music loop issue number 178, I guess. Please don't pause the game if I tab out for like a second. Okay, good. Dashing through the snow, but where will we end up next? If only I could do that in the real game. If only such an option were possible. Ow. I just kicked the side of my PC case. That's sharp, don't do that. Oh, the greenhouse level. Yes, I remember this. This. Once again, stop saying it. But this one's also one of the ones of tunage. Is it possible to learn this power? I need to learn this power. It is necessary for survival and also choosing bosses. Most importantly. Once again, this. Need to do this. Let me do it. That's right, it's the Joyride level. The Grand Theft Auto, let's go. Yeah, another just gorgeous level visually. Levels like this, just ones that really make it stand out. It's artistic, from an artistic standpoint anyway. Like, you ask me, would you take this or like, you know, an official game like Mania? Like, I'm taking this any day of the week. And this was one person as opposed to a team of professionals, you know, who made the visuals for this game. But I mean, just look. You know, compare it to something like Press Garden, which is probably this level's closest equivalent, and just, yeah, absolute stunner. Is that one there? I think No, I don't think it is. I thought I saw a ring barely through. Let's get that bad boy. Can I get up there? No. Do I have to jump into... No. I don't know. Is this the one with the helicopter seats? I think so. Yeah, if I'm thinking... We're both thinking the same one, I think it's this level. There we go. Who needs to stop and spin dash when you can just cheese the game like that? Oh, beautiful drop dash. How I love thee. How it makes me so lazy at playing these games, but how I love thee regardless. Still not quite sold on how you get up this. Oh. Oh, you don't use that one, and you instead do that. Okay, that works. That's just going to send me straight back. Is that going to please send me some special rings? Please? It sadly did not, but a boy can dream, okay? See, that's the sort of thing, I think Mania puts a lot of special rings in, like, exact locations like that. I get the feeling this is just going to be a bottomless pit, though. Oh, no. My intuition struck me correctly. Beautiful. You've served me well. Right. Don't fall down the hole this time. And then we'll only have 2 emeralds to go, which is pretty doable. It takes me a whole chunk of time if I don't get them before the end of the game, basically. Sure. It was sketchy, but it worked critically. Sketchy as long as it doesn't kill me is fine, in moderation. Right, I can't do that more than once, I think. I think that's a one-use thing, so I really should have saved that for when it was a bit more urgent, but whatever. I've made that decision. I've made my bed, it's time to lie in it. Yeah, I can literally just sit at the edge here, I think, for the special stage for the most part. I don't think there's anything that comes too far out to the edge. It's actually not a one-use thing, so I'm good. I'm Gucci. Yeah, I'm just sitting at the edge here. Fuck this. Fuck playing this properly. I get the feeling this might have been their solution to making the special stage easier, but I'm not quite sure about that. Oh look, I did it. I also managed to run over thin air as I collected that emerald there. What do I name my cat in Stardew? What type of cat? I need a vibe test first of all on this cat to be sure what I can name it. You know. Grey and white. Oh, this is tough. Serious or jokey? Man, I'm not the names person. Someone else think of it. Either or. If I see anything in this game, I will let you know. Why? I shouldn't check every single one of these because it's just going to lead to disappointment. And yeah, I know that I'm going to do that now. I got a special box out of it though. That's an example of the automation breaking, I'm going to guess. That was going well for a couple levels anyway. Yeah. You see, I'm now just going to get scammed every time I try and do that. Every time I try and get a big ring through such methods. That guy... Yeah, I honestly don't know. I can't think of anything. My mind's throwing a complete blank. I'm crap at names anyway, to be completely honest with you, as I've just mentioned, but like really for real. So unless I can think of it, a zebra. There you go, zebra. It's grey instead of black, but it's the only one you're gonna get out of me, I think. Mushroom? What the hell sort of game do you think this is? Disgusting. No offense, that sucks. Of course it sucks. It's me. It wasn't a serious suggestion either, though. Yeah, no, I'm lost. Speaking of lost, I'm lost in game as well, so works nicely. Okay. What the fuck is this? So I'm guessing I'm damaging it when its eyes do that. But I'm not so sure. It's not as obvious of a damage state as it could be. Okay. Well. Alright, time to hit him without getting hit by his pincers, I guess. Honestly, I feel like this is just a wait for it to go back and forth boss. Is there really nothing more to this? I know it's a mid-boss, but still. Yeah, that is literally all there is to it. Gravel. Much better, see? My purposefully shitty name suggestion isn't the best you can come up with. Oh, this is the standout track. This is the one I always think of when I think of this game. Absolute slow jam. You inspire others to do better? I try every day, right? I'm the worst possible version of myself. Oh, so good. Off I go. There he goes, drop dashing his way past all of us badniks. They put us here to, you know, provide enrichment and entertainment throughout this level, but yet there he goes, going. I'm falling onto this bottom path, just in case, but I know typically Chaos Emeralds are associated with the top part of these games, so I'm really doing myself much of a favour here by doing so, but you win some, you lose some. Am I meant to be going left here? Because it obviously feels like I'm not, but then I didn't really see a way to go right at any point there. No, I'm not. Shocking, I know, but this game does subvert expectations. I gotta stop jumping into those. This isn't like Mania where I can kind of bounce off them or anything. I just get hurt. And I do it time and time again. I expect there to be a difference, and yet I'm subtly disappointed when there is no difference to be made. So I'm not really sure why the game directs you over there, because it didn't really feel like there was anything over there worth going for. Like, you can just freely leave that area as you like. Okay, but why would I do that? Fallen Star level design moment. Just going in circles trying to figure it out. So I want to jump up here, but it's then how do I jump up here without... Okay, you just need the right amount of momentum to actually make that. I just thought that was a pretty impossible jump before then. Okay. Try again. Much better. And keep going, yom. That sucked. Much better. I even inspire myself to do better, who knew? Once more with feeling. Don't jump into those guys. That was better. Okay. That seems like a I'm sending you to the boss arena sort of gimmick. Yeah, how did I know? Of course, how did I know? Yeah, if I could think of anywhere I'd expect Metal Sonic to show up, it is of course the greenhouse level, I guess? Because why not, right? OVA vibes from track? Yeah, for real. Hey, he's got a star piece, so... And, the 3 and Knuckles vibes from the, some of the hits on the boss fight here. Even though this isn't mecha, this is metal, but, you know. Still getting some Mecha Sonic vibes from this guy. Oh, well, speaking of your token Sonic CD reference, here it is. Nope. Ah! I was hoping I could hit him with some iframes, but it was not to be. Okay. Got him. Stun locked him for those 3 hits, and it worked out nicely. Oh, I was going to say he died, but he quite literally probably isn't coming back from that one anytime soon. His pieces scattered millions of ways across the earth. I don't think he's coming back. I think he's going to be a new model at that point. You know, it feels bad, right, to not be able to recycle parts, but you know, at that point you just got to make 2.0. We rebuild stronger than ever. It's getting dark, but I am too lazy to turn my lights on. I was saying that 3-minute cutscene. I'll do it right now. There we go. Just hope it's 7 billion bugs don't fly in here. Now that the light's on and the door's still open. Right. Okay, I can open that without the game throwing a hissy fit, I think. Okay, cool. It did seem like it kept going while I tabbed out. Just checked some Discord messages. Beautiful. I can't believe I've been going for an hour and a quarter already. It feels like a really quick stream so far. It feels like I've just like blitzed through this game, at least in comparison to what I remember. Like I remember that that Act 2 there. That's one of the ones I distinctly remember from my original playthrough. I feel like I'd already taken like 2 hours to that point. But we'll see. What was that? No pinball level, no carnival level. Well, here it comes. Oh yeah, this is like also the volcano level. We got a bit of a rocking track going on as well. Nice stuff. And we got a breaking loop point. Oh wait, every track has that. Not unique. Once more. Nice. Really need to be keeping an eye out for those rings though. So if we're approaching the end of the game, I'd really like to just get myself over the line instead of having to go back. Because, you know, then it saves like 20 minutes or whatever of going and getting rings and, you know, I think you have to replay the Lost Zone or whatever, so, you know, I'd quite happily save myself that time. Just saying. It's not the end of the world, though, I gotta keep reiterating that, but I also would like to get it out of the way, can't lie. Oops. That fire breathing effect's fun. Right. Well, no! Everything went wrong all in one swoop. No? Okay. Man, my flow of, No! My flow's getting busted up here. I mean, I guess it is a late game level, but still. I'm getting bodied in areas here. I just want to run fast, damn it. Where's my easy automation game, or whatever I meant to say? Stardew got me to bust out the game's notepad. That's when you know it's real. I've not had a physical notepad for these things for years, but when you got to write it down, like shit's hit the fan at that point. In either a good or a bad way, you know. You know, you're either getting engrossed in something or you're getting invested in something. And you know, I'm not talking in the good engrossed sort of way. I mean, you're just putting in the work. Boss fight. Yep, nice little boss arena looking thing, you always know. Oh yes, the level design is usually simplified. I must be going to a mid-boss. But hey, he's got his top hat, how can you discriminate? Last time I used it was to 100% Sonic Advance without a guide. What, were you just noting down like the locations of the, what are they called? The, springs. So I can't think of what else you'd need a notepad for. I think I just used the video guide, and eventually I did it so many times that I just had them memorized anyway. Oh yeah, B button's not mapped to anything. I was trying to spam B to spin dash and it wasn't really working. That's why, it's because it actually maps it to the X button on the Xbox controller by default, which is nice. It's nice that it actually has good default controller mapping, unlike, you know, every other Click Team game ever. I appreciate that a lot. Which, yeah, like, X is probably better for most games to spin dash, but actually I kind of prefer, if I'm trying to spam the buttons, I actually prefer also having it on B. It feels a little easier to spam than it does on A and X. You know, beggars can't be choosers. They literally can, because I think you can remap it as soon as you open the game, even though it only says it's a keyboard remap menu. Writing down where each emerald was so I can narrow down what acts will have to be explored, as each spring does a specific emerald. Yeah, of course, there's only one per thing, and, you know, some zones have multiple, don't they, for some reason. I don't quite remember why it worked like that. Yeah, also I'm guessing how to get to them partially as well. Evening! Welcome, Altofluff. Hope you're having a good one, and thank you for dropping by. Yay! Special ring. Let's not screw this massively up. Yeah, hope you're having a good day, and thank you for dropping by the stream. Okay, right, let's get a feel for this. Before we do anything stupid, I say let's run straight into the rings. That was really dumb of me, but it's fine. So you want to go through them in order. You don't want to go through like the furthest away one like I've been doing. And yeah, here we are. Why did I do that? was so risky, and for not really any benefit. Right, so I got loads of time, honestly got loads of speed. The risk is just going to be staying on, making sure I don't do that, basically. As long as I don't do that, I'll be fine. Well, now that for next time, I guess. It's very easy to overshoot. Hello, difficulty spike, my beloved. So I want to actually go left here. What is this heresy? It's alright, automation's set back in, it's fine. Don't have to think about it anymore. Darn. I get to at least bubble shield, but I thought there was another ring there for me. Sadly, twas not to be yet again. Right, roller coasting. Okay. No, not okay. And I broke my flow on those balloons as well. Let me out, let me out! Normally be let me in, but in this instance... I don't want to play in the molten lava for too long. Bad for the skin and all that. Yep. Knew it! Once more, level design flattened out. Must be a boss arena. This is... this is very after the sequel. I mean, it's also a little bit of, like, Lava Reef and stuff as well, but... I mean, come on. This is just the lava level from that game at this point. All it needs is a bit of World's Largest Pogo Stick on the soundtrack, and you'd be there. So am I just meant to keep hitting the hands, or is there more to this boss fight that I'm not getting as of right now? So I feel like there's surely more to this, right? No. Oh, yes! Yes, there is! Okay. Alright, so we're doing the whole anti-grav thing. This is a little tight in areas with all this stuff going around. Yeah, that nearly touched me there. Okay. Doing good. Oh. I thought there'd be a few more hits than that. Whatevs. Wasn't anywhere near as dangerous as it actually seemed. Also, okay, that is the game just doing that. I honestly thought for a second my computer had turned on flux during this level, because goodness me. Like, this screen is so orange. Like, no, it's just... it's just the stage. So I installed it again on my phone recently, and I was like, I don't remember putting it on my computer. Am I going mad? No, I'm not. Just the stage is the most orange thing since the surface of the sun. Is this the last level? I think this might be the last level from memory. Or is there one more zone after this? Maybe there's the one more. I'm not sure. Once again, these cutscenes overly relying on mechanics that don't exist within the game. Does this have the spoiler level where you can only unlock it by getting all the emeralds? Indeed, yes. I've been failing a little bit on that front, but we'll see it regardless, even if it requires me going back to the first level and grinding it out there. So yeah, we will absolutely have a supersonic fight, or in this case, a Spoiler the Hedgehog fight. Always love a good classic Sonic final boss. Modern Sonic final boss as well, actually. just the concept of having to gather the 7 emeralds outside of standard gameplay to get an optional boss is always really fun to me. Okay, no, there is still more. Another banger. Another one that always comes to mind. Got standard shields even existed in this game, and I am going backwards, I realise. So good. Listen to that acoustic guitar. I see. Is it acoustic? I think it's just a standard acoustic guitar kind of thing. I'm doubting myself now because I'm not sure. I'm not the music expert here, apparently. The woodwind as well. Beautiful. I don't know how much of it's real instrumentation and how much is fake. I assume a lot of it will probably be synthesis, but if any of it's like real stuff, that's super cool. Oh no, this is the level that we're thinking of, Alori. See, there's like 3 levels that all blend together in my mind. This level, the greenhouse level, and the bubble level, I all think of as one zone. So I'm kind of surprised that there are actually 3 zones. Once more, really needed the refresher on this game. I remember a lot more of Triple Trouble 16-bit. I think it's because it came out at the same time, and therefore it was like 2 weeks apart, wasn't it? So that just kind of overlapped my memory of this game once this was done, because it also helped that I played through that like twice because of the Knuckles playthrough. Another game I should probably stream at some point. Though, the Drift remake is still happening, but I mean, I guess the creator left that, so it's not quite as in a bad a state as Moon Facility, but it's not doing amazingly, all things considered, either. So maybe there's the Memoriam playthrough of Triple Trouble 16-bit to come there sooner rather than later. Oh, okay. Hello. Fresh twist on an old boss. Oh, I thought that should have hit. Speaking of things that should hit, okay, I was really convinced I was going to lose a life there. I didn't even mean to hit that, however, though, so that was quite nice. Some of these are just acting as free ones at this point, which I shouldn't complain. I should not complain. Ooh, that was close. Nice. We out of here. That one just felt like jump in the middle of the screen and eventually you'll succeed. I didn't feel like much of that was my own intuition, it was just jumping. Right, more where that came from. Oh hey, we've actually got a bit of an Act 2 remix going on here for once. Normally we take the track in an entirely different direction, but hey, the original melody's still kinda here. Waiting. Oh. Is this gonna keep happening? I think I know my answer, and yet I'm still kind of pushing my luck. There we go. Fortunately, nothing behind him after all that. I was hoping for the usual, but no such luck has bestowed me. Unless... No, I'm not going back there to find out. Wow. See? Oh god, guitars yet again. Thing of beauty. I mean, this is already in my Spotify playlist and stuff like that, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to make sure I actually pick some of the songs out and listen to them more frequently. Also, hey, Phil's the rabbit. Is his name Phil? He's just called Rabbit in Superstars, isn't he? Great, thanks guys. Also, I think I said this during said Superstars playthrough when I did that for the Racing Rings thing. But, oh yeah, that works completely differently in this game, I forgot. Yeah, I think I said it, but because the character's name internally becomes Rabbit as opposed to Sonic, like every other costume, It does actually, for some reason, disqualify you from Sonic-specific achievements in the game if you wear it. Still never fixed that, by the way. So that's fun. Another Sonic Team classic blunder. I mean, it's not Sonic Team, it's Arzest in this case. They get a break for once today. Not even today, just in general. I've not really mentioned them today all that much, because a fan game and all that would be pretty irrelevant to blame. Oh, Dimps, why are you... why are you responsible for the poor level design here? It's not poor. I am Sonic and the Fallen Star's strongest warrior, okay? I am the strongest soldier. Also, I like that you can actually jump here to let, you know, descend way faster. Really appreciated feature that I wish more of these types of gimmicks, like the fan gimmicks in a lot of the Sonic games, had. Like, you know you're safe for ages, so I might as well just take a little, you know, burst in speed, right? Well, speaking of Phils, bye Phils. Haven't heard that name in a while. I mean, Dimps are still up to stuff from what I hear, but yeah, obviously not really Sonic. That, you know, I think Lost World 3DS rightfully killed that dead, and you know, good. Because one day I'll have an excuse to stream it again. Today is not that day. How do I even hit him here? Do I have to take this? Yes. Okay. I literally cannot hit him without those. That's a little silly, honestly, but whatever floats your boat, Eggman. So is there a way I can get multiple hits in on him with those? I don't think there is, unfortunately. What I can do, however, is ring juggle. That is apparently my specialty right now. Please let me out of here before... before he hits me with that laser thing again. Once more. Here comes the juggle. Can you hurry up and die already, please? I just really want this boss to be over with. This is taking so long. How many more hits can this man possibly take? I mean... apparently about 10 more. I'm sure there's a way to get multiple hits in like I did that one time, a bit more consistently, but I'm certainly not feeling that that's the case with the current progress I was making there before I died. I got him all in one hit that first time out of this state, but it's probably gonna be a few more than that. I say, after I've already knocked him down. Oh, I actually want to stay in this form, possibly, for as long as I can. If that's the case, interesting. Okay. Sometimes I just don't get a choice, though. You know, last I heard with Dimps, anyway, I think they were still doing a lot of Dragon Ball stuff, because that was always something they were doing while they were doing the Sonic stuff as well, so I think they're still kind of on that train a little bit. Wait, what? This is what I meant to be hitting? I meant to be hitting that antenna thing. Oh. I thought I just couldn't hit him because he was only hittable with the weird leaf seedling things, but nope. That just seems to extend his hitbox for some reason. Oh, 3-minute cutscene time. Right, well, I see a flying egg ship. That's surely indication of the end. Hey, another star piece, but I've honestly not been counting them, so I don't know if that's the 5th. Oh, yeah, okay. It's a good indication of how many we've got. I should have just held my tongue a little bit. Well, I'm guessing I'm not going to get 2 rings here, so I think we're going to be expecting a a run back on the first zone, so get yourselves ready. I'm pretty sure this is the last level. I think you just start in like the mountainous area, and yeah, this is definitely the last one. I remember this gimmick now. Oh, that hanging animation's so much fun. Look at him go. Also, what if motorbugs, but missiles? Eggman's not playing no games anymore. God damn. See, the bubble shield still works identically, except you can do it just continuously, as you can see me doing here, but the spike shield basically just sends you directly downwards. Oh, so I'm not pressing anything here, by the way. That just manually sends you in a direction after a certain while. It's an obvious speed builder, as you can see from automation section here. Yeah, this guy's really good for building burst of speed in this game, because if you do it on a slope, then you're going centuries away. I mean, same with the spike shield to a lesser extent as well, also running on ceiling. And that's the count. This will be on the test. I was doing so well to avoid them till then as well. Yeah, so there you go. You kind of go in like a triangular direction based on wherever you're facing. So down, left, down, right kind of thing. Ah! So multiple layers of handlebars. Not something you see every day. Do I need a run-up for that? No, I don't know how I do that. I'm just moving on. Oop. Okay. Whoa! Wasn't expecting like such a sudden burst of speed from that fan. I thought it'd be really slow moving, honestly. That's the sort of place they would have hidden a big ring, wasn't it? I should have explored that more. Oopsies. Should have hung left a little bit more than I did. Speaking of which, that right-hand ball is looking a little sussy to me. I'd go over it anyway, so can't... Presumably not anything of importance. That was just plain rude. A bit more of a run-up than that. Okay. Huge set of fans. This really reminds me of, is it Megareth Fleet? Whatever the name of one of the final levels from Spark the Electric Jester is. I mean, I know that's an obvious, probably, point of influence, because we keep talking about how much Sonic After the sequel was a point of influence, but this really reminds me, this entire zone, reminds me of that one Spark stage with the flying ship and fans quite a lot. I can't possibly wonder why. Maybe it's all the flying ships and the fans. Just a game theory for you, though, there. How do I hit you? Oh, I'm guessing you're going to do something now. Ooh. Ah, okay. You conveniently revealed to me your weak point. I feel like you should just stop doing that, and you'd have me on the ropes. Ooh. Okay. Shall we get back over there in a timely fashion so I can get my 2 hits? Well, at least I get my 1 ring. Juggling forever. Oh. That was significantly more of a pushover than I had it pegged down for. Okay. It's like, what, 6 to 8 hits, maybe? Oh. To readjust in my chair, approaching that 2-hour mark. Yeah, 2 hours 39 right now, which, considering most playthroughs I saw were 1 hour and 45. I'm gonna say this last level, I'm gonna be at about that. Or at least not far off that, which, considering, you know, no cuts or anything like that, live playthrough, I'll take. Really need to play Spark 1 again since we were talking about Spark the Electric Jester, because I know there's like mods now to finally make it actually playable. I say actually playable because the game had like huge performance issues even at launch that kind of only got worse the better the computer you had. So obviously nowadays, you know, 7 years on, most people probably haven't got a computer upgrade in the last couple years. It, even on like low-end devices, is pretty bad. So I know someone actually fixed that for the purpose of mainly for Steam Deck users, because that they had it better but still suffered. I think the fix applies to everyone now, so I need to actually look a bit more into it. Because, yeah, playing that game without like loads of lag would be very nice. Cause, well, I don't even remember the last time I played it, maybe like 2018. See, I've fallen off so many of these games. I've been speedrunning Chrono Adventure and Before the Sequel Aftermath for so long that I've fallen off the rest of the series, you know? And the Spark series as well. I played both of those once when they came out, 2 and 3 that being, and haven't touched either of them since. I did have plans to do something with Spark 1, 2, and 3. Maybe I'll have to see those through just for the sake of being able to play them again. Back to the stream drawing board, but that involves other people. Hint, hint. Right, I'm getting a little bullied by these lasers, and I'm honestly not sure. Because I'm so disorientated by the whole affair, I'm honestly not sure which way I'm wanting to go. Because I feel like I'm going back on myself now. I'm definitely going back on myself, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Okay. Well, they're saying that. No. I'm still right. This is still back on myself. I've seen these walls before. So that wasn't the right way. Oh, did I just mess up the jump? Is that the only difference that made? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Oh hey, Death Egg midpoint. We love a good breakup in these last bits of the stage. It just reminds me of the area in Death Egg Act. Is it Act 1 or Act 2 in Sonic 3 and Knuckles where you have to stop and like break stuff in the air chamber? I'm sure that's probably what it's in reference to. Alright, time to schmooze. Get out of there. Up, and away. Not fantastic, but okay. We move. Automation, you're good. That's a normal shield. I thought I had a bubble and I could make the noise again. I mean, I can still make the noise anyway, it's just not the same. Without the backup of such glorious sound effects. Okay. Like that. Do it again, but good. Yeah, this is a little mazy, but yeah, that's fine. I can manage. No. I was gonna say this mid-boss because it got very flat, but no, it can't be mid-boss because Act 2, and I'm guessing, unless it sends us to another act, that this is going to be the final boss is going to be within the act, so I'm going to make a big deal out of it and make a big level, I'm presuming. I mean, we're already 4 minutes in, I know the answer to that, but despite that, I'm still phrasing the rhetorical question to myself. I'm still not really sure how you're meant to dodge the missiles guy, to be honest. It feels like he just gets straight up in your face, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. But you know the phrase quote unquote skill issue. Perhaps that's it. Oh, okay. Tension's up in here. Let's see what you're cooking for a segment. Oh, a trap. That ain't good. Ah, yeah, we're up shit creek now. Oh, it's with his fists. Pull back. Do you know what is a tough time, though, losing that many rings in one go? Oh, you can hit him out of midair here, right? No? Oh, I barely missed that. I'm also struggling with this, figuring out what is actually me damaging him and what isn't. A tough distinction to make. I don't quite know what the hitbox was there either, if that indeed was a hitbox. I don't know why I'm using the joystick here. What is that helping? I feel like I'm just making the issue worse for myself. Oof. Yeah, that's rip. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Wasn't destined to be. Fine, we got infinite lives. I don't have to worry about this. Unlike, other classic Sonic games where I'd be sweating right now. Oh, the mustache flashes. Okay. So that's what I'm hitting then, I'm guessing, as well. Is that... It seemed to be in about the middle of him, so the moustache would probably be what I'm hitting. Okay, well, knowing that's handy. So I can actually cancel the damage on that phase, but I don't quite know how I do it. So it seemed like I was at some point doing that. Yes, it is the moustache I'm hitting. Thank you, I didn't realise. Yeah. Ah, down. Oof. I didn't move enough to the right. Ah, missed him. No! That's fine, I'm still juggling onto these rings, so... No! This is why you don't play on the joystick. Stop it. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I barely managed to juggle that ring. I'm still a little bit in awe. I'm getting in hits just very slowly. Yes. Okay, so I can get him on there, and I can get him on when he does the punch. I'm just very bad at the timing of it. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. I remember that being much worse than that was. It's, as usual with all Sonic Buses, just pattern recognition. Okay, right. Well, I'm pretty sure that's it, so I guess just emerald grinding. At this point. And then doing that again. But presumably less badly the next time I go about doing it. Oh, there we go. That was a lot of fun. Like I said, way shorter than I remember that being. I remember that being like a 4-hour game. And here I am at 1 hour 49, rolling the quote-unquote credits. I don't think there really is going to be many credits to roll. So yeah, definitely not the good ending, as you can tell. You know, bad for the environment, all this junk flying straight into the ocean, I imagine, so should probably do something about that. Hey, Sonic's safe at least, so, you know, better than some bad endings in this series. He's dead. Such a nice little image. I'm gonna make sure to actually print screen that. So that I can use that for the thumbnail, hopefully. Is it meant to be stuck like this? Okay, it is. I'm gonna say, hang on a minute. It's meant to be stuck like this. I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna say it's meant to not be doing this. Right? Oh, there we go. Okay. Whew. What is going on? Or is it just that slow to roll through these bits? I mean, we'll find out when we go back through it again, I guess. Way more credits than I thought there would need to be. Impressive. Oh, is that completely it then? Does it just throw me straight back to the title, or do I get a post, hey, you screwed up cutscene? Oh, no. I get the Smash Bros. Unlocks. You can now play this, you can now play this, you can now play this. Or is it just the one? Or do I get more if I do it with... Okay, right, well, let's get back to it then. One thing I don't know is if I keep the emerald, if I quit out the level, or if I have to finish the act. I might just finish the act just to be safe once I get it. I don't know what the best stage to grind is. I don't know if there's a consensus, but I was probably just going to use the first zone, because I think that's what I did the first time through, so... Let's do it. Back we go. I'm going to have to do it within the game, presumably. I can't just level select it, so... On the file, I mean, sorry. So it's something like 30 seconds in. So there's definitely like been quicker emerald spots in the series, but it's not too bad. There's like way worse timings that it could take or whatever. You know, it could take like a minute to get to the emerald, so I'll take my 30 seconds quite happily, thank you. So you go through here, and then it's somewhere down, I think, somewhere up on the bottom path. Was how I got here last time. Yes, there it is. Okay. Hopefully I don't need this more than a couple times, but we shall see. Alright, just don't overshoot things. If you don't need the ring, don't take... Or take the ring, actually, if you don't even need it. At least if you take the ring, you're not going to overshoot. It's going to slow me down to the right level, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing the ring will slow me down, so actually I should aim for the rings. Right? I mean, that's one way to find out. Yes, in a way. I'm not sure that'll be the same for everyone, though. Oh, the same for every set of jumps? Okay. No, that's fine. Just don't get too crafty about it, basically. Don't broke what ain't... Or don't fix what ain't... Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? I just pressed left to keep moving left, and I failed a quick time event. That's impressive. Right, so some of them have quick time events attached. Avoid those ones. Right. At least there's a restart button. And I don't have to go back to the main menu or whatever. Oh. Psych! I do have to go back to the main menu. Don't listen to me. You can just mash A once I'm back in the menu, though. Hey, you get to listen to the broken loop nice and clear, at least. Yeah, that was a kind of dumb way to die, so let's be on our best guard to not do that again, because otherwise we had that on lock, basically. Here we are. Third time, but with feeling. Even like had enough rings, and enough speed and everything, so it literally just was getting to the end. It was just survival, I mean. See, yeah, there's loads of time here. This one actually feels pretty generous. I'm guessing that might have also been one of the changes, was making the time frame way more generous, because there's no way I need 80 seconds to finish this in any other circumstance, right? Ooh, okay. I didn't expect... it's very ropey, but sure. Yeah, I was like, there's no way I need 80 seconds right now on the clock to finish this, surely. Alright, don't take that one, because that one was the one that made me trick. That was what killed me last time, and I did it again. I wish it would let me out a little bit quicker when you fail, though. That is something that I'm not a huge fan of. We go again! Drop dashing all over the place, like a maniac. Okay. Off we go. Nearly there. Only like 10 more times of doing this to go. Just don't do anything dumb. We got this down. Same one! Stop doing this! I will never learn. The right-hand one's way further back than the left-hand one, so just go to the left. Just why do I keep hugging right? Why is that instinct? Just hug left. Hug left and all your problems seemingly be solved. Yeah, I don't want to help myself. What can I say? Inspiring others to do better once again. It's coming back round to bite me. Press X to not die. I'll press that button any day. It doesn't matter, right? I'm still dying. I will find a way. Right, hug left. I like how I can jump, even before I'm in the stage. That's impressive. See, something about left just feels more risky. I know it's, like, really stupid, because it's not the case. See? Look at how much safer that is, just holding Sonic to the left there rather than the right. All that one simple change just basically saves the entire stage. I shouldn't have made that. That's why I had to pause. It's like, no, wait, hang on a minute. This isn't right. Okay. Get a load of rings. And then just continue on, effectively. There's almost nothing else I need to do here. Just don't take those rings in general, okay. Yeah, I know, I missed the Chaos Emerald. You make me sit in this screen for about 10 seconds. Just let me leave. The game's like, I know you want to leave. Just you'll take the time. We want to do the sweet fade. It's gonna look great. Stop pressing the button. I'm like, no. I just want to move faster. Let me move faster. On the plus side, I'm getting good at the movement here. Because I've done it so many times. I wasn't quite as fast as I wanted to go. Darn. Better. And you hold right to win, and then you go in the thing. Right. That specific set of rings is evil. Everything else is fine. You can take every other set. Just that one set sucks. Don't do it. Except this one time where you actually have to do it to survive. Oh, it's actually the spring that triggers that, not the rings themselves. Okay, so actually dodge the springs. That's not making it. Like, just let me pause and quit, for goodness sake. Press X to not die. Yeah, I can't remember what. I can't remember where that's from either. Sounds familiar. Of course I remember press F to pay respects, because it's in the title, but couldn't tell you where that's from. I mean, I could tell you where press F's from. It's, specifically Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, right? Advanced Warfare? I'm pretty sure it's Advanced Warfare. No, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's Ghost or earlier. A Sonic Shorts thing seems very plausible, like Oma Chow in Seaside Denied kind of thing, right? It's definitely the sort of thing they'd sneak in there. I say sneak, it'd be an obvious joke. Oh, I've never quite got that launch into there. Please, everyone wants to enjoy the rest of their evening, and I want to show them a Supersonic boss. We can do this. Remember, the people are counting on you. And hoping that you don't bonk into that and take damage immediately. And yet... and yet... That was better. Okay, hopefully I can do this in 3 laps this time. Because I was on really good pace the first time we came back here to actually do it, was the thing. That's what kind of miffs me a little bit about it. Because I had my best ever attempt, and then I've just progressively gotten worse at this. Oh, do I actually clear out the mines when I hit them? If so, that's really helpful. Okay. Unfortunately, this is going to be a 1 more lap situation, so... that was so close, and I did it, so... Shouldn't moan. Right, go around that. I do want this one, because otherwise you don't. I don't think you can make that otherwise. That one, and we should have it. Hey, there we go. One more to go. If it's anything like that one, I'm somewhat dreading it, but hopefully that one was just a rough patch, because the others we pretty much all did them. I think 5 took 2 goes, didn't it? But the others were straight away, so... I'm jinxing myself by even saying this, but, you know, I'm hoping. Right, let's see if I actually kept that. Oh, you do have to finish the stage. Bastard. Right, okay. It doesn't commit to the save file unless you finish the stage. That's really dumb. Well, I got it down, so I just got to repeat the steps to success again. It's as easy as 1, 2, 7. Ah. Right, come on, we got this. We can do this again a second time. It's easy peasy. I shouldn't have done that. I'm now following the steps to success when you're already up to speed. I'm not up to speed, so stop doing it. Okay. That's fine, and we now are up to speed, so I can just do what I was doing last time. I can actually get away with avoiding those, okay. Oh, I completely overshot those, but luckily I really am not going to need the fully allotted time as long as I continue on current pace. I can also make that without the thing, interesting. Oh, I did miss that one, but luckily I did have the speed, but I was actually trying to go for it. Hey, right. First tried it that time. We'll just edit it down to make that look seamless, of course. Oh wait, you're telling me this is a live stream? Oh. Oh wow. Got it in the VOD. Okay. Okay, this time I really hope it's not the zone. I'm gonna guess it's just the stage to commit it to the save file, and if it's not, then I will do the zone, but I really hope I don't have to do an entire zone for the game to remember, oh yeah, you collected a Chaos Emerald, well done. So I think if you save and pause during the game, you can restart from the act. So I think it's good. But then again, I thought it committed to the save file like literally every other Sonic game, but clearly not. You know, this is very much the Mania approach to collecting the emeralds, and that game lets you immediately save and quit to get them again. It's fine. I've already got this guy to deal with. No matter his shades, he's a derpy guy on the inside, okay? I'll be fine. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Killed all my speed there, unlike sometimes where I just get loads of speed for no reason. Right, hopefully that commits the save file, and then I can do this again for another time. Right, that... I mean, that's just a loading symbol, so that doesn't mean anything, right? Every time I'm gonna laugh at that, okay. Yes! Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. Special Stage 7 time, I hope we're ready. Alright, I gotta jump over that cricket guy way quicker than him, because otherwise I just seem to bonk, bonk, bonk over and over again. Whoa! Okay. Well, I did fine, so... Alright, one more go. Right. Let's see how we do. Oh my god. Okay. I remember this one being a right menace, though. This one took me like an hour or two. But, well. I don't even mind if I have to do those quick time events, as long as I actually know what causes them. I'm not going to accidentally screw it up now. Severe lack of rings, and also just the fan not working. You're going to be my undoing here, okay. Mr. Chaos Emerald, I know. The thing that annoyed me when I was testing this earlier as well is there's no in-game reset button. You have a really handy in-game reset on, what's it called? Like the Sonic After the sequel and, you know, all those games that this is very heavily inspired by. That has F2 as like a full reset button, which the controller prompt they added would make really slow to do it every time, but it would still be faster than waiting around every time you failed a special stage. As far as I found, there's no in-game reset button, which makes me sad, because that's a really handy thing to have for situations like this, just to make my life a little more convenient. If you're going to make me run through the stage 10 times and then actually finish it, then you know, at least you can do is let me press F2. Right, this is dicey. It's really going to be getting speed as quick as possible, so I avoid having to interact with these things, I think. Because I should be able to make the jumps if I get the speed straight away. Or at least most of them, but... yeah, it's not being particularly nice about granting me that speed. See, that's what you were meant to do last time. Oh, if only you actually did, though. Okay, that actually requires a reload, really? So, gonna take a little... Man, I went through that! I clipped through the sprite on my screen. Come on. Please. Also, I found there's a pause the game button. It's F10. It completely halts the game. I'm guessing it's a debug thing. Whatever, I felt a little bit more confident about that, but... I'm still not enjoying those fans, honestly. They're a little bit too tense for my level design likings, but... see what we can do. I have to pull it out the park sooner or later. They do seem a bit risky. Yeah, they really are. I just... especially like with the rings as well, you have to pull so tightly into the ring for it to actually count as being in that ring, and therefore you're getting the little boost. Yeah, it's not even like a risk-reward thing, it's just risk-risk. Because you need them, so it's not risk, but yeah, it still feels like a, is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? Am I gonna be allowed to continue the level? Am I not? Please let me hit max speed soon. Okay, but let me get more speed, please. I'm not like awfully happy about my ring count, but if it can hold on for long enough for 2 laps, I think it's going to take 3 laps. If it can hold on for 3, then that's all I need it to do. Oh no, this is going to hold on for 3, as long as I can hold on for 3. Ooh, I had so much airspeed there that I really didn't think I was making that. Okay. 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 Oh, that was easy. I just had to learn the pattern. That was nowhere near as bad as the last one. 7 emeralds. There you go. Supersonic time. Oh, time for our supersonic final boss. I have none, so let's see if we can actually show off some supersonic before we have to get to either the end of this level or the end of the next zone. Or, you know, the final zone before we run back through that again. So I'm going to go out my way for some rings. Hey, we're done with the emerald hunt. Way quicker than I expected based on how much I was flubbing that 6th one. So, I'm happy. Not great. Okay. Sure. I thought I was going to overshoot that, but... Oh, my arch nemesis! Not the damn caterpillar. It's not a caterpillar, I don't quite know what you... Like a grasshopper, I guess. A cricket, maybe even, as well? Gotta start collecting more of these rings. I say as I move past those ones, but they just seem like they would have been finicky. That wasn't rings, that was just an enemy. And I went all the way back for it. Alright. Come on, I'm nearly there. You can grant me these. This last one, please, game. Please? Please? Okay. Here we go. There he is. I even get to keep the boss music. I don't know if he... I think he has super... Does he have super music? So apparently I can turn super again. I don't quite know how that works, but... Oh, I can actually turn the super off. That's what that's trying to indicate to me. Okay, well... Super no more. Yes, I very much like the ability to control that. I'm glad Mania added that and then everyone copied its homework, because... Such a useful quality of life feature for when you just want to play the stage normally. Or you're playing back off a completed file and, yeah, want to do a New Game Plus kind of thing. Very nice stuff. Alright. Commit it to save, and then we'll be going back to the last zone. Okay. Oh. I was waiting for all that time and I hadn't even pressed the button, apparently. I had, but the game said no. Thunder Turbine. See if we can get a little supersonic action going in the stage as well. There's enough rings about. It's just, yeah, the whole, you know, missile enemies thing. Okay. I want to go this way, surely. Yeah. Left to go right. A true staple of every platformer that isn't Classic Sonic. You need to tell me I have to go a different direction rather than holding right to win? Nope. Bad game. Nearly at the big old count. There it is. Oh, okay. No super theme. I thought I'd at least get a speed up of the zone theme. But no. No super. Well, time to Noom. I mean, just look at how much he outruns the camera in these sections. Goodness me. Oh, so much fun. Really should do just a run through of a New Game Plus file at some point as well, because playing through the whole game with Super just feels Feels so good. I mean, in all the games it feels good, but, you know, normally, like with my experience with like 3 and Knuckles and Mania, I'd normally have Super by like the 3rd or 4th zone, so I actually get to enjoy the game with them versus here, where, you know, I'm kind of robbed of that a little bit. Mainly because I'm bad at the special stages, but, yeah, there's other reasons. Do I actually want to go up here? I feel like I want to go down. Oh, right. Right. As I was saying. Am I meant to... Oh, yeah. Meant to jump. And I'm guessing... No? Okay. Went the wrong way somehow. Whatever. I'm a little low on rings, though, is my worry. Oh! Alright, that was a huge detour for no reason. Yeah, and that really cut my ring supply short, so gonna need to be on high alert when it comes to actually replenishing those. I'm going back again, aren't I? Oh, wait. Oh, was that how I was meant to actually do that? How am I meant to... What? Eh? Am I not meant to swap the paths here to go up here? No, I really am meant to go down, but... okay. Just feel so lost. So what, go up? Yes, I was meant to go up there, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason I got so lost. Bruh. Okay, are we done yet? We at the end of this, because I still got to do the next zone as well. Well, I mean, I did waste a minute of my own time, so I am to blame. Oh, if I'd got those, I probably could have actually turned super there. But yeah, so something I didn't really point out, no bonus stages at all. To gain extra rings and stuff like that, which, both a blessing and a curse, to be honest with you. Oh, you can get in 3 hits there if you're just quick about it. Okay. You can probably actually maybe 2-cycle this then. I don't know how many I got in there, but also that was a 3-cycle. But hey, a very quick one of that, so don't complain. Okay, Act 1 done. Now it's just time for the Act 2 redo and the new content. Building up rings is definitely going to be a little more tough here, but hopefully once I have them, I can actually keep them and not get lost, right? I'm thinking more of an if I can get them, actually. I think I should rephrase that for the sake of my own sanity, because stuff like that's going to happen quite a bit. No, I wanted those. No! Fine. I'm kind of path swapped now. I'm a little stuck. This is going to be the name of the whole stage. I'm just going to build up a couple and then just always come crashing down. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. Whoa. Thank you, Sonic CD hanging sprites that have been edited to look way cooler. Thank you for your service throughout these stages so far. Okay. Whoa. That was risky, but worked, so shouldn't exactly give it flack. Okay. The progress it feels like, but I think there's 3 of those, so yeah, about a 4-minute finish if I'm doing okay enough. Whoa! And I was within pixels of that, it felt like, so I continue with my rings, but probably not for long. Whoa! Another close call! Oh my goodness, my heart can't take much more of this. 40. Okay, if I could just use this to build up a little speed, I could get the rest of it. No, not quite. Very Storm Station. Oh yeah, very Storm Station, as I said earlier, very Megaraph Fleet, I think it was, from Spark the Electric Jester. Yes, I think it was Megaraph Fleet. You're fucking kidding me. Oh. I give up. I'm just playing the stage. And the thing is, had I had those 2 more rings, obviously, as you know, I would have been invincible, so I wouldn't have had to deal with that. Pain, suffering. It's fine, I make these mistakes so that you don't have to. I'm gonna spin dash here. Please. Please. Better. Right, well, I got a shield, so... Okay, I don't have a shield, so... So my life flashed before my eyes then. Okay, just keep rolling and hopefully the game gives me free rings for doing so. Oh, I thought that would be a bottomless pit. Thank you, Dimps. He's making streamer noises, must be serious. Oh, you know it. All the noises. The soundboard is out. Thank God. Whew. By the way, raw version of Supersonic, it's got to be said. That animation combined with his glowing here, awesome stuff. Time to find the 3rd and final one, and then de-transform before the boss, because I'm not running out of rings in the middle of that boss. Screw that. I thought I was going to send me back on myself, but it was lovely enough to give me a spring. Oh, here we go. You know, keep an eye out for checkpoints then. There it is. I mean, to be fair, I could use Supersonic during the boss, just retransform before I ran out of rings. That would have been a way better idea, and yet here I am. Oh, not again. I just got those back. Here he is, Mr. Moustache Punchy Man. Oh, I missed. Oh, oh, I missed. I couldn't get out of that one. See, I don't know how to bait him close enough to do the grabby phase without actually getting grabbed and still being able to punch him. See, like that, I just always get grabbed. Not what I wanted, but hey. As long as I can juggle a couple rings, it's fine. Oh, you... Oh, really? Right, small little hops here. Yet again. I'm just not quite sure how to still get the hit in there while baiting him into actually still attacking me. But hey, doesn't matter. Easy boss, easy life. Alright, just what does this have in store for us then? Oh. Now he's gone and done it. Did you mean the Chaos Emeralds? Oh, what a beautiful cutscene. Hell yeah. I don't know why we're not Supersonic. I don't actually get the lore behind why we're not Supersonic, but Star Sonic is sick. I'm guessing we got the energy sucked out of us or something. We're pulling that card. We've not pulled that for a while. Yeah, look at that sprite. Damn, he's cool. So I'm honestly trying to remember how to do this. So it's the usual, you gotta collect rings, otherwise you die. I'm guessing I gotta hit his star. I don't know how conservative I have to be about hits versus ring ratio or whatever. I would honestly assume the boost would use rings like it does in, Mania and 3NK and stuff, but it doesn't seem to be, so I think it is literally just tough it out with the rings you're given. Oh, I can get hit? Really? So I don't keep the invincibility aspect. Right, that changes things quite a lot. Quite majorly, as a matter of fact, because the second I get hit, I'm screwed. Which he will regularly try and do, I'm sure. More conservative than Mania, really? Because I play Mania really conservatively. Hashtag Tory. Yeah, I always play Mania's Egg Reverie super go out of your way for rings. If you're invincible, it would be straightforward. That's true, but that is like every classic Sonic boss, classic Sonic Supersonic fight ever. Oh yeah, you've got to play super conservatively. I've just noticed he has the health bar. And I'm running out of rings real quick. I'm not enjoying doing this on this D-pad, honestly. I'm honestly using the control stick and having a bit of a better time of it, but even that, I'm not feeling too good about. Hey, at least the music continues. That's a good touch. No, I just remember finishing it with it was honestly like a really low amount of rings when I finished it, butt clenchingly close, you know. Like it would have been like 2 or 3 rings I remember finishing this with. You just need to actively get in a hit, it seems like every couple seconds, while still making sure you get the rings and doing the dodging, because I'm making a pig's ear out of this. I've got to go back to the D-pad. The control stick's just not precise enough. Alright, while I have the iframes, I might as well use them. There's no shame in using them if you've already been hit. Yeah, I'm just... the boost's just a little too much. But you definitely also need it, it feels like. I don't know. This is definitely going to be another fail. There's no way I'm pulling this back. There's just not enough rings to pull it back. This is more for maintaining what you have versus getting any more. This ring count feels like. Yeah, this... He just has a little too much acceleration on him, honestly. Yeah, you just gotta be super quick with these hits, and Avoid as much damage as possible. Okay. Ooh. Okay, he has iframes. Sometimes as well, of his own. Okay. Ah. Speaking of iframes. I'm not liking that. I'm not liking that at all. Okay. Yeah, IJ and K frames. Oh, you must be joking right now. Okay. Tough times. Yeah, I just wish there were like a few more rings, honestly, than this. Because one hit just feels way more devastating than it should. And like, I get the reasoning, it's not meant to be easy, but also most Supersonic final bosses are easy. The JK frames are yours. Oh, I'm joking non-stop. You can't stop me. What it range? Get out. Okay. I always think I'm like close to him and then I just won't hit him. Right next to him! Yeah, the star does indeed show the health. Which is handy, but it kind of doesn't mean anything when you're just getting hit and you then have to focus on the rings, because there's honestly just not enough rings. As I said earlier, the rings are there so you can maintain what you have, not gain additional. So it really is effectively just a don't get hit game, which is fine, but... You know, I fought for my invincibility, damn it. I want my invincibility frames. I mean, I get my iframes, but still. So when do I get frames when I'm boosting? Is that what's going on here? If I can just keep him in the middle, I don't seem to actually struggle that much. Oh, I was doing well as well. Okay. So far so good. If honestly we could just keep something like this up, I'm fine. Come on. Oh, you know you want to give this to me. Hey. Yeah, that feels so cheesy, but it works. Because otherwise you just don't really have much of a hope of hitting him, do you? I didn't feel good about finishing it like that at all, but it did it. It got me across the line. Boss phase 2. No, I think that's it, right? I'm pretty sure that's it. I think it is just the one phase. Thankfully, and there we go. Supersonic's back. Oh, you're trolling me. GG's. That was still a pretty fun time. Even despite my moaning in the boss fight, once I got... it's still a hype fight, just... I have my gripes with it. Yeah, definitely not. Like, not even close. But then again, I'd have to be there for about 2 hours for it to be Superstars bad. Ugh. It's not long either. Superstars is a long boss, and it takes ages to retry, and it takes ages to get back into, and for it to start up again. Whereas that's just, like, quick to reattempt, honestly, and it's a pretty quick boss once you get him into that pattern, it felt like. It just definitely is not the way you're meant to do it, so it just feels icky. Yeah, it doesn't end with some new mechanic out of nowhere. Indeed, or doesn't... I mean, you're not forced to use the Emerald mechanics in Superstars, but it very much feels like it's intended for you to use the Emerald mechanics, you know? Right, is this going to bug out this time? Oh, you mean the homing? I forgot that you needed that. Yeah. Oh, that's dumb. I forgot all about that. Good lord, what were they on? The rest of the game's fine. I mean, Press Factory, yeah, but we're ignoring that. The rest of the game's fine. Okay, so the credits do just do this. I just really thought it was the game breaking, but... guess not. There we go. Yeah, still a great time. Sad about the state of Moon Facility, but I'm sure it will still end up being a great game, even in the form it's released in. I'm just sad it's not going to get that final polish to become the great game that I know it can be. This game's got a, you know, it's got its handful of problems, so there's still a hell of a lot of potential in here for something better, even though it's still good on its own as a package, right? So lots to look forward to for the future, but could have been even more to look forward to, you know? It's what's sad about it, so that's why I just wanted to give it one more run through. Now the sequel's not gonna, you know, be what we were hoping. But hey, fantastic game nonetheless. Everyone give themselves a pat on the back. Well done. For making something so good. And it being so many people's first projects and all that, like, major kudos. Yeah, that's kind of my hope, Larry. My hope is that, well, the level design's had its first pass, so it will still be in a tolerable position. We're supposedly going to miss bosses and cutscenes and stuff. But, well, there's more to the team now than just Stardrop, right? And not only that, a release could give, like, reinvigoration in the project, because it feels like even, you know, they hadn't announced the fact that it was quote-unquote cancelled, but community interest is what spurred them to say it and get all the positive feedback, etc., and make the decision they did. I did it, I got the level select again. Oh, I got the gallery this time, though. Okay, good. Yeah, that was what inspired them, you know, to actually come out and say it, because they, you know, were a little intimidated to say it otherwise. So my hope is once it's actually out there as well, that'll give another little confidence boost, as well, to anyone, or even, you know, Stardrop themselves, right? That's the hope anyway, is it will spur people on by it actually being out there, and I know they've been saying for ages they're going to open source this game. They've really dragged their heels on it, but I hope, what's the word? I hope Moon Facility releasing, I think that's what they said was going to be the thing. They wanted Moon Facility to release before they went ahead and open source this one, so when that drops, hopefully they do that, and that gives this game a lease of life, and maybe they do the same for Moon Facility, and it getting ported leads to people actually going in and fixing it, so... or, you know, fixing it up, so who knows. Anyway, I wanted to look at the gallery real quick since I unlocked that, so let's just run through it real quick before we go ahead and end off tonight's stream. Sapphire, seems familiar. Can't quite put my finger on it. Definitely not after the sequel Chrono Adventure, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly flick through this and not do too much about it. I mean, even the gallery existing is in itself. That's like a big part of those games as well. Yeah, some fun stuff in here as per usual. Also very after the sequel. Sights rhymes with heights. That too. I mean, even the concept art looks cool, you know. Normally it's just like really basic drawings to just get an idea, but like, still looks like some great stuff for a lot of this. A lot of unused boss designs. Yeah, I can kind of get that. I'm not huge on that either, but... lots of unused assets for a fan game. Like, this is loads. Starform, look at him. That's still really cool. Even if they'd gone with that, I still would have been happy with it. Look at that, though. Oh, thing of beauty. Oh, in the CGS demo, there you go. Chow Games Showcase. I like this running spray. I mean, the one that's used is way cooler, but I like that a lot. That looks like a Sonic 4 the sequel post, after the sequel post to me, if I've ever seen one. Running animation for a turnaround. Yeah, I was going to say, that looks like the sort of, you know, running around a spinny pole kind of thing. Oh, beautiful. And yes, more Star Sonic sprites. Okay. There we go. Right, well, with that, I'm going to leave it here. So, thank you for watching. Quick impromptu Sonic and the Fallen Stars stream, just because I felt like doing that tonight, instead of the usual radio show. So, I'll be back with that next week, of course. But for now, have a good rest of your week. I'll catch you all next week, presumably. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this archived and everything, and then have a chill rest of my evening, because it's pretty warm in here, actually, so I need to cool off. But also, you know, I'm gonna take it easy, right? And hopefully you do too. So, yeah, have a great rest of your evening, have a great weekend, and speak to you all soon. Peace.